When you're around the Olympic oval, the need for speed beckons. Jerica Tandiman answered that call as a child and is now an Olympic speed skater. Catch her in action, she's like fire on ice. So we asked Jerica to slow down long enough to share what fuels her.
Ready? When you're racing, the most similar feeling would be like go 30, 40 miles in a car to stick your face out the window. That's kind of like what we're feeling. Long track is racing against the clock. You race for time. I specialize in the sprinting. I'm hoping to cross the line in 37, 38 seconds for the 500. And then the 1,000, definitely anything under 120. I kind of just try to keep my mind clear, except for the things that I want to, like the 2 or 3 things I want to focus on during a race. And then just hopefully my body will do the rest. It's pretty to watch. It's a very graceful sport. You cross the line and it feels like maybe 10 seconds have passed. Like a lot of the times you cross the line and be like, wow, that was like a blink of an eye and I'm done. I participated in the 2018 Olympics in PyeongChang. It was such a surreal experience. I still look back and can't believe that happened. The whole time I was there, I was pinching myself. You gotta wake up, this is a dream. And it was as real as ever, and it was just such a great experience to be able to compete at the highest level and to be around people that were as passionate about sport as I was, and something I'd been working for so long, since I was 7, 8 years old. You know, I'd been training day in, day out for that, and to be able to finally accomplish that dream, it felt so good, and you couldn't get the smile off my face for months. I was born and raised in Kearns, Utah. I claim Kearns as my home. I'm so grateful for Kearns. You know, my life would be completely different if I had lived anywhere else. The rink was built here in 2002, and it's one of the few indoor long track facilities in North America. And that brought up so many opportunities for me that I feel like anywhere else, of course, there would have been other opportunities, but I don't think becoming an Olympian would have been one of those opportunities.
There's a lot of kids my age in this neighborhood. I remember running around these fields over here and remembering when they built the rink. We were all wondering what that weird shaped building was over there, and being young kids, it was kind of exciting to see that rink be built up, and that's kind of how I got my start. That's kind of what inspired me to skate, was that building just down the street from where I lived and just down the street from this neighborhood. Down the street, across the fields, and you're there.
But I really fell in love with this sport almost instantly.
I coached her when she was like 7, 8 years old. So it's been like 16 years probably that I've known Jerica. But she's always had like a fire in her. She was so like focused during her practices, even when she was 8 years old.
It's a very technical sport, and so any little mistake is gonna take away time.
You have to be powerful. You have to have some strength. It's a great combination of physiology and technical. It's a grind out here.
There's a lot behind the mental aspect of speed skating, and in long track, crashes aren't as common. You know, we're taught how to crash properly to protect ourselves, and so that's not what scares me. What scares me more in skating is the pain. As a sprinter, we have the 500 and the 1,000, so it's kind of a big distance between the two. And by the time you get to that second lap, the lactic acid is just pumping through your entire body. I like to say I feel it in my, like in my brain, even though that's not the case, but you have to push through that lactic acid, and it's kind of takes your breath away a bit, and nothing feels comfortable, like especially in the middle of a race when you've got to put the right strokes in. Across the line, you look at the time, it's either a great time or you're not so happy with it. But then about maybe 20 meters later, I've got my hands on my knees, I'm breathing hard, and that's when the pain hits me. I think in the race, your mind kind of blocks it out, but as soon as you're done racing, it's like you hit a wall. You can find me after races like trying to catch my breath, trying to get the lactic acid out of my legs. So that goes on for about 10, 15 minutes of just like trying to get the pain to go away. And then you're okay, then everything's all right.
I had a couple of bad seasons in the past, and they kind of kept just building on each other. I saw how quickly a positive attitude and a positive outlook can change results, and so I just tried really hard to make that a goal every single day. That negativity is like a weed, and it will grow and spread. It's like I'll be frustrated, but I give myself a short amount of time, and then I'm like, all right, what are the positives? What's going well? And let's focus on those.
It's nice to find time to just skate for fun, and I think that really kind of resets everything, especially when things aren't going well or you're getting frustrated at training. You kind of have to change your mindset, like I'm gonna go out there and skate because I love skating. I always think back to why I started, what 8-year-old Jerica was doing, and I'm just like, oh, this is why I'm skating. I wanted to go fast. I'm gonna just go out there and go fast. I don't care how it looks, how it feels. Like, we're always thinking about how we can get better and how we can get faster. It's because we love this sport.
This is Utah is made possible in part by the George S. and Dolores Story Eccles Foundation, the Utah Office of Tourism, the Lawrence T. and Janet T. D. Foundation, and the contributing members of KUED. Thank you.